Okay, welcome for today's episodes of Geeks Reviews, fourth episode. Welcome, Taylor.
Hello.
My name is Ray,
My
and
name
with
is
me,
Taylor.
and Taylor. And today we're gonna be talking about. Let's start it off with The Spy.
The Spy.
Did you actually watch it?
Yes, I finished it.
Whoa, nice!
Yes.
And you didn't post it on the Instagram?
Yeah.
Ba-dum-bum-bum.
Oh, well, okay. Controversial. So The Spy is another miniseries produced by Netflix. It stars Sacha Baron Cohen. I got it right.
I nearly said Sarah again. I was
And
thinking Sarah.
he, if you don't know him, he starred in movies like Borat, Bruno, The Dictator.
The one where he puts up interviews and different characters. I always forget that one.
Aladdin, I think.
I have no
Interview
idea.
with Aladdin. Well, that was an old one, but he's
No,
more
it's a
well
recent.
known. Oh, it was more
They-
recent?
Yeah, he had a more recent one. That's how he managed to outed one of the U.S. politicians to be a racist.
Oh.
Yeah. It was great. But yeah.
Okay.
Continue with
anyway.
The Spy.
The Spy. I think I said in a previous episode, I really like comedians or comedian actors that go into serious roles, and man, he knocked it out of the park. It was very entertaining. The acting was great. The story was, well, it's a miniseries, so sometimes it's drawn out, but the color scheme, wow, when they it really takes most place in Israel and then Syria, then sometime in Buenos Aires. And it takes place in like through the 1960s and stuff. And the main story behind this is the conflict between Syria and Israel. They were fighting over, I forgot the sea that's like they share.
What are the countries?
Syria and Israel.
I want to say the Red Sea.
The Red
I
Sea.
might be wrong.
No, I think it started with a T, like Tangier Sea or something.
I'll Google this up real quick.
But anyway, this is a true story.
Ah,
This is a true story. And well, like we warned before, this is spoiler territory. So
oh yeah.
yeah,
But
are
at
you going to
this-
see it? Are you going to see it or
No, most likely
Most likely
not.
Okay.
I mean, it's Sasha. I nearly said Sarah again. I
Sacha
don't-
Baron Cohen?
I have no idea why I keep saying Sarah.
Well, what was I going to say? Okay, so it's very tragic because he was such a good guy at the beginning. He just wanted to be a spy so he can provide a better life for his wife, who lives in Israel. So he's an Israel spy. And man, you know how Sacha Baron Cohen was supposed to play Freddie Mercury?
Sea of Tiberius.
Sea of Tiberius. There you go.
Okay.
Okay, so
That took
you know
forever.
how back to acting for Cohen. You know how he was supposed to play Freddie Mercury?
Yeah, you mentioned that before.
I will go on record saying he would have played a better Freddie Mercury than Rami Malek.
Yeah, well, you know,
He played
we won't know for sure because we saw Rami Malek but never seen Sasha. I need to say, one day I'll get the Sasha Baron Cohen
Yeah.
right, and not say Sarah because that time I nearly said Sarah again because I think of Sarah, but I don't know who Sarah is.
Okay, but no, he was very suave, very charismatic when he played the spy part. There was a scene where he actually wore the white pants with a white
Probably a tribute, like
yeah.
an Easter egg
and
tribute.
he had the mustache too, combed hair. I was like, that's Freddie Mercury right there. And well,
pretty
I guess
dope.
like you said, we'll never know. But
Not in a while, maybe. Maybe they'll go back to Freddie Mercury's story.
why would they want to?
They can expand on some segments of his life because they did pretty much summarize his entire experience with Queen.
Mm-hmm.
His struggles within the band and such.
Mm.
So maybe they'll delve into it more in the future if they find a reasonable story behind it.
Yeah, maybe. I guess if they take a very different turn, more serious turn, than what Bohemian Rhapsody was. Anyway, color scheme was wonderful. It was, sometimes I thought I was watching like a noir film. It really shows like the culture. The culture in Israel was very, I wouldn't say bland, but it was very
monochromatic.
Maybe conservative, which is kind of weird, I guess. But then when you go to Syria, it was full of color. It was full of like, culture and all that stuff. Everybody, you see like the shops all around, and it was a very tragic ending because he got caught.
Oh, spoilers! Just kidding.
Yeah, we already warned them. Yeah, he got caught, and it's even more tragic because they won't return his body to his wife, and it's been 56 years.
Oof.
Yeah. And she's still like trying to get his remains back.
Even to this day.
Even to this day, apparently.
Wait. When did this take?
It was like in 1965.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a hot minute. And
very hot.
Yeah, and I didn't like watching this. I didn't even know it was based on true events. But they actually showed the film of like how Syria looked
then
during that time, and they really copied it. Well, they really built the sets very well, and they actually showed the footage of Sacha Baron Cohen's character. I think his name was Eli Cohen.
Okay.
Eli Cohen, and he was still hanging from like the news when he got publicly executed.
Oh, damn.
But it's a wonderful story, great actors, great cinematography, and another miniseries that Netflix really hit out the park.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
definitely recommend.
Definitely recommend The Spy. It sounds great, to be honest. Like really engaging. It's very different from his other works, such as most of his comedy shows or comedy movies.
And like it's not really like a James Bond type spy. It's more like a realistic cloak and dagger type.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Speaking of Young Justice,
okay.
They were also the third season was more. You've seen third season yet, or you've only seen the
Young
first two?
Justice at all.
Like any of it?
I've heard of it. I'm familiar with it, but I've never seen like episodes.
Okay. So pretty much the first season is the founding of the group. Second season was about invasion, and then the third season was about the Outsiders, the group called the Outsiders. Problem is, in the comics, the Outsiders was Justice League's covert ops, but in the show, Justice League the Outsiders is their public public reputation. Like, oh hey, we're the Outsiders. We're outside the system. We're the public's point of view on superheroes, or like perception. So yeah, season 1. If you read my review, mostly my problem with season 1 is that it's the fillers. It had plenty of fillers. It could have cut down the season from 26 episodes to 20 episodes like season 2. Season 2 had a great amount of fillers. I think I only counted like 1 or 2, and the episode limit was great. The same thing. I want to say season 3 was good, but it had the same problem season 1, which had too many fillers, too many episodes. They could have cut down that 26 limit to a 20 limit if they sped up some stories or take off some stories, because some parts of the stories were not really needed. It's just like an extension. And it felt like they were kind of trying to make sure they have some sort of a story, like halfway through. It took them a while to get the proper story. But yeah, like The Spy, it's a more cloak and dagger when it comes to third season. Behind the scenes, a lot of secrecy. So that's why there were a lot of arguments and debates and inner conflicts within the group. So it's a pretty interesting. But another thing I I don't like about the season was that it just gone too political. You know.
Yeah.
And I won't say like they showed like representation such. No. Like literal politics were in play, and we have way too much in real life of that, and I feel like that took away the escapism from real world and jumping into a superhero world, superhero filled world. Instead of that, we delved into more politics, trying to see what side we can go on. It was difficult to watch to an extent, but it was a nice contrast to real world current events.
And yeah, what I learned from watching The Spy is there's certain viewpoints are like, oh, they're the good guys and these are the bad guys, and then the other side will have it vice versa. To be honest, man, I feel like
it's all about perception.
Yeah, it's all there's some people in both groups that are trying to do good things, but then there are also some people in both groups that are trying to have their own personal agendas. It's just a whole complicated mess.
Precisely, it's just difficult to really.
Yeah, it's not black and white.
Yeah, it's not that black and white. It's a gray area, and we got too political.
Oh God!
Thank you, The Spy and Young Justice Outsiders. Well, jumping on from video games, from TV shows, we're gonna jump over to video games real quick. Call of Duty Zombies, 11 years, 10 plus years of story. To be honest, they overextended that by 5 years. In my opinion, it stopped at it's finished in Black Ops, but Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, they continued it a little bit. And the community don't like the ending, or didn't like how the ending was executed.
Okay, so this is like a story that was 11 plus years.
Yeah, it started with World at War.
Yes.
It started out as a small side mission, as like an extra bonus mission.
Yeah.
Just for fun, like a survival game.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. And they managed to establish some mystery story behind it. Then now eventually they actually have a full blown story. And then from the full blown story, it's a very convoluted story that I do not want to go into it because it's 10 plus years of story, and it's just a mess at this point. Too many plot holes, too many plot points, to cover. All I can say is I like the ending. I kind of agree with how a part of the community reacts to the execution, but I think that the reasoning behind it was proves it to be that's the only way they can solve the ending properly.
All I know from the story is it dealt with time travel. It dealt with multiple universes. There was a scientist that was involved too. And they went to the moon at one point.
Great map. Confusing but great. Classic.
They also went to an alternate universe where the Nazis had giant robots.
Not Nazis, but they do have giant robots.
Okay.
Yes. But yeah, that pretty much summarized the whole story. You're confused by it, and not gonna lie, when I got back into it, probably last year, I was confused. It took me seven tries. I watched a video 7 times to completely grasp what was going on before I jumped back into it, because I actually got back into it. And like I said earlier, I'm glad they finished it, even though it was a confusing ending.
What was the ending? I'm
pretty much curious. They killed everyone. They killed.
Ah, what?
Well, that's the thing. That's how the community reacted. But without knowing the full grasp of the story, you'll say, "Oh, they just killed them. So why?" To me, I would only explain this is that they can't find a proper solution to their problem. They had to story wise. The devs had too many plot holes that. They're trying to finish the story on Black Ops 4, but they don't have that time anymore, the time frame. So what easy way to do it is by destroying everything from scratch, from all the way from the beginning, in order to solve itself. Story characters wise, they just can't find the proper solution on how to beat this boss monster that they are now fighting against. Or I won't say against. They didn't even face him at all. They just didn't face him at all. Like, they don't. They just know that there's this person they have to go against, and they gotta do all this sort of stuff against him and such in order to prevent him from winning.
Sorry.
There you go.
You would think like the popularity of Call of Duty Black Ops has maybe declined. You would think they would take their time to hey, this is something very popular within our community. Let's just really go all in with this zombie story. And I know they kind of did with this recent one, right? It
Not
seems
really.
more polished or something, or
no.
more budget.
No. That's a problem. Budget. According to a lot of sources, and a lot of from the community, the reason why. That's another thing that ruined the ending was that they did more of a slideshow, it's a drawing instead of a CGI ending.
Concept drawings.
Yeah,
and all
precisely.
that stuff, and with some dialogue in there.
Yeah, they actually on the back they have dialogues. They speak, but it's all just art.
That's cheap.
But the like a lot of people said, that's one of the reason why they didn't like the ending. I like it because it kind of fits in a way, but I see where they're saying why they prefer the CGI animated, actioned, they're actually moving and such. Because the beginning of the development of Black Ops 4, Blood of the Dead was one of the first maps was animated in CGI. 9 IX is also animated. Actually, they have two stories going on in Black Ops 4. Ether, the one that's been going on for 10 plus years, and Chaos, which is a brand new story that they established for Black Ops 4.
Was that the story where they were in a Coliseum or something?
Yes.
Okay.
The Coliseum and Titanic. The first one was Titanic, then the Coliseum. But yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, I love those maps. But a lot of people say it's their fault. Not really. At this point, Treyarch wants to finish the Chaos, the Ether.
Yeah.
10 plus years, gotta end it somewhere. So, and they want to start a new story that's not so convoluted. So they started with the Chaos story, and even the Chaos story actually had CGI. All of their animations are CGI. So that's why a lot of people say Chaos ruined Ether, but in a way it was Activision. Screw you, Activision. They kind of ruined the zombies by rushing them in to get that money so they can develop Black Ops 5. And it's just business at this point for them. That's why a lot of people were really upset with that.
You think Black Ops 5 will have the V or the 5 lines?
I hope it's the V. I mean, at this point, it won't make sense. Why won't they have the V? If they have the V, it'll just make more sense rather than 5 eyes. It's just too much. Unless they're going for tally.
Oh yeah, the tally mark. Oh, okay.
Even then, doesn't make sense. There's now a diagonal line going through the back, Whereas 5, you can just have a very massive 5 in the back, like Battlefield 5. Hold on, I'm trying to.
That's Battlefield 5.
That's the newest one, right?
It's the current one, yeah.
Okay, I don't follow.
It's when they went back to World War II.
Okay, but yeah, they could have done it that way, but who knows? Speaking of 5. Final Fantasy 15. It has a 5.
5 plus 10.
Okay. Yeah, precisely. It's a multiple of 5. So.
Times 3. Okay.
Precisely. Yeah. So, Final Fantasy 15. Finally finished that. There was a mission. I hate this game now because there was a mission. A dungeon, not a mission. In a way, it's a mission, but there was a dungeon that had 100 floors. 100 floors. You know how long it took me to finish that dungeon? It took me probably 3 hours doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over. I was like, oh my god, I'm getting so tired of this.
So each level you gotta you kill some enemies, right?
Yeah, and then you'll have like a break, like a camping site.
Uh-huh.
Probably every 10th floor, 5 floors.
Okay.
But yeah, every floor has different enemies, and towards the bottom they have the strongest enemies called the thornberries.
Okay.
Even though they're powerful. They're like around 80. They're like a little bit lower than me, but they have like a lot of health, and if they shank you, they'll bring down like 3/4 of your health.
Oh, that's not even the fun hard ones, right?
Then if you get stabbed again, you're on danger zone. So I was like, oh my god, I was at 99 elixirs at the start of the whole dungeon run.
Yeah.
I ended it with 27. That's how much elixirs I used for that one dungeon. And even today, after I finished that, I started like at 11. You know what time I finished? At 3:30. Because I watched some episodes of Young Justice in between, but oh my gosh, it was still too long.
Oh my god.
I told myself I'm gonna take a break from Final Fantasy 15. I have 3 more dungeons to do, and I was just like, I'm done. I'm done for now. I'm gonna go back. And there was one dungeon where you can't use items, so I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to do that either. You know, it's just at that point it's difficult. If it's gonna be like 60, or if it's like 5 to 10 floors, sure, I'll try. I'll give it a go. But if it's like 20 to one of them was 60 floors, I'm like, am I gonna do 60 floors of one run that has probably thornberries all the way at the bottom all over again? Master thornberries, thornberries. There's so many thornberries I can't even keep up. But yeah, it was just a lot.
I don't even know this game very well. I haven't even played this game, and I'm already getting stressed out.
Oh, good. And I'm sitting here level. I'm way past level 100. Actually, I started the whole 100 floor dungeon run at around. I had like an experience of 100,000. I don't know. I want to say 100,000, probably close to 300,000. I was like, you know what? After this, I'm just gonna go rest up on the hotel that has the highest experience multiplier, which is 3, which is I gotta go to a different area. I finished the whole dungeon sitting at 1 million. I gained 700,000 XP from that one whole dungeon alone. So by the end of that, when I went to the hotel, rest up, I got a multiplier of 3. Overall I got 3 million experience. So I leveled up multiple times. So I was like, I'll probably level up like twice or 3 times. Level up like at least 5 times. I was like, okay,
dude, nice.
4 to 5 times. I was like, okay, I'll take it. You know. I'm still not ready for that 100 that no items dungeon.
Oh god.
Yeah, because I gotta make sure. I told myself I'm gonna use this 100 floor one. I didn't know it was 100 floors. I told myself I'm gonna use this dungeon as a practice mode for my no items run. Worst idea ever. Well, that's pretty much Final Fantasy 15. So much happened. I redid it. I had a new game plus. I just continue where I last left off. So I went from like around 60, 70. Oh no, I think I was at 80. And by the end of the game, I finished every mission. I'm only one more skill away, which is fishing. I just gotta finish that, reach level 10 with it, and I'm 100% with the game, and I can move on to the next game. But yeah, it's Final Fantasy alone, as a franchise alone, is a grindy game. Because 7 is gonna come out soon, and I cannot wait for that. Yeah, it's stressful.
I'm sorry, man. I can never. I guess I'm too scarred from Kingdom Hearts 3 still, that I cannot get into Square Enix.
There are some nice Square Enix games that is not grindy, like what's that game with the Deus Ex?
I almost said
Divided Mankind, Deus Ex Machina.
I think of that movie with the cyborg Ex Machina all the time.
Ex Machina is a great movie. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been up to. What about you?
So I rewatched the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Man, I remember.
Did you watch The Hobbit as well?
No.
Because last year I did all 6.
Oh yeah, you did.
Glad I started with The Hobbit.
Nah, I was like,
because the Lord of the Rings were epic and the Hobbits were not.
you know,
The only good one in my opinion was the second Hobbit movie. Other than that, it's okay.
in the third Hobbit movie, they try to recreate what Lord of the Rings was, and it was just like it was just a CGI.
I didn't even notice that they tried to recreate Return of the King.
Yeah, it was
because
like Battle of Five Armies.
Yeah.
It was like,
But not gonna lie, I counted every single army. I only counted 4, and every time I ask people, "What's the 5th army?" Humans. It's like I counted that. The dwarves. I counted. Wait, do you consider the people inside the castle separate from the rest of the dwarf clan? Because if so, they're the 5th army. But if not, they're not the 5th army. There's still 4 armies. So that's why I'm so confused about the 5 armies.
Yeah, I think it was just a nice sounding title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Battle of the 4 armies. It's not. Doesn't have that ring.
5 armies. Oh.
But yeah, Return of the King.
One
of the best things. Did you watch the extended?
No, it was on Netflix.
Lame.
I know.
No, it's okay. Did I watch the extended? No, I think I just watched my copy, which is the regular cut.
Yeah.
The regular cut.
I would like to say the special effects. Some of it still holds up.
It's way better than The Hobbit.
Yeah.
Way better.
Yeah.
Way better.
In Return of the King, I can see there was some obvious green screen. It seemed out of place a little bit.
The only thing that really caught my eye was when the ghosts showed up, when the green ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing that really popped out a lot for me. But other than that, not a whole thing popped.
When they at the end when Aragorn met with the 4 hobbits again, and they were like, "Oh, my friends, you bow to no one." You can see a little bit like somebody like put a little green screen in there.
They're kneeling.
Yeah, but I used to think that the original trilogy for Star Wars was better than the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Oh no, dude!
No. Like it just
same here though.
Yeah,
I would say, as an overall story, I would say Star Wars, since it's been going, has a better overall world building story.
Oh yeah.
Lord of the Rings had a more contained story when it comes to.
Oh no, I feel like
because in Star Wars you go to different places, every movie, every TV show has something new, different characters. Whereas in different species, whereas in Lord of the Rings, it's more like here's a quest. Go finish this main quest. You can side branch if you want.
That's weird because I feel even though
it has more lore.
Yeah, the lore is what made Lord of the Rings better, more expansive than Star Wars. Even
whereas
though Star Wars
has a world building. They have the galaxy building, whereas Lord of the Rings has a more interesting lore in a bit, because right now Star Wars is just a bunch of Skywalkers. It surrounds about Skywalkers.
We'll get to that later.
I mean, you can. It's a great segue.
No, we'll
but yes, let's go back
later.
Let's go back to Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
How great the original trilogies were.
The scenes where they, like in Two Towers and Return of the King, where they just charged the Rohirrim.
I like which one? For the Two Towers, which one are you talking about? I was thinking of Helm's Deep for some reason.
Helm's Deep, yeah.
Okay.
When
cool.
I think his name was.
What was it? Two Towers and Helm's Deep, where
Gandalf comes back.
Okay.
You just like charge down.
Down that steep mountainside. Yes, okay. I was thinking the same thing.
And then in the Return of the King, where they arrived at Gondor.
Oh yes, yes.
And he was
Gondor, Mordor. Both of those scenes were like, ugh.
And it was
chills.
like a moment where it wasn't. They weren't expecting victory. They were just like.
Fight
death to the death.
Even especially the one in Gondor, definitely at Gondor. They knew they might not survive. They knew everyone might get killed. They still fought. I know, man. Yeah.
it makes it even more interesting when you realize, what was the first?
Huh?
What was the author's name again? Tolkien.
Yeah, Tolkien.
Yeah.
Tolkien.
I'm sorry to your hardcore Lord of the Rings fans. I forgot the name of the author. But anyway, it was very.
I forgot. I don't know how to pronounce it.
I almost said George R. R. Martin. Oh, God.
Whoa!
Don't like. Please do not put me at the stake.
Blasphemy here.
But anyway,
can do an actual ending.
He that was D&D's fault.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
The
book's not even finished yet, but
that's true.
It was even more amazing knowing that he got all that stuff from his time in World War One. And I was like, man,
the Brothers in Arms,
yeah,
which inspired him to write about the Fellowship.
Yeah.
Probably he met different people from different areas or different cultures.
Yeah. And I was like, man, dude, like. It's really beautiful in a way, how it takes his real life experiences, and he's able to turn this into like a believable mythology.
Fine.
But if you haven't watched Lord of the Rings in a while,
what are you doing? Don't stop listening.
Rewatch it.
Stop listening and watch it right now.
Yeah. Okay.
On to the next set of trilogy that we're gonna go back to is. The frustration.
What? No, I don't want to go to the frustration. Okay,
do you want? Let's get the frustration out already.
Okay, since we already touched upon it.
Yeah.
It seems that Kevin Feige, the mastermind between the Marvel universe,
Marvel Cinematic Universe,
yeah, is going to be part of the Star Wars universe as well. And I am saying to you right now, you need to put it down like Old Yeller when he got rabies. Let it die.
For me, let it
die.
For me, I'm just saying Kevin Feige should just stay in Marvel for now. I mean, a lot of people saying that he's working too thin. Sure,
he's working on Marvel, X-Men, and then now Star Wars.
He's trying to make sure the Fox characters are integrated into the MCU properly. So yeah, I kind of agree. Like, I mean, as much as I want someone who actually knows the lore, take some of the stories from the extended universe, or what was it? Extended Legends, Star Wars Legends stories.
Oh, the ones they don't recognize
that was taken off from the continuity.
That's in the books and
the books, video games, and anything before the Disney Star Wars Lucasfilm deal. But yeah, I say Kevin Feige should stay in Marvel once that settles, because he still has a lot of work. He has the X-Men to worry about, the Fantastic Four. How are they gonna be introduced in an established world of Marvel when they were the ones that started it all alongside with Spider-Man? So it's gonna be a little bit difficult. So I won't give Star Wars to Kevin Feige just yet. But at the same time, Star Wars, if they're gonna keep going down the Skywalker route,
which I hope they don't,
I agree with you. They need to put it down. Unless they decide to go with Rian Johnson's trilogy.
Apparently,
it's no more.
What's her name? Kathleen Kennedy?
I have no idea.
I think that's her name. She didn't have an overarching plan for this new trilogy. She just said, okay, we're just gonna freeball it. You can do whatever you want.
Let's play darts, and wherever it lands, we'll write about that.
Where Kevin Feige had a phase 1, phase 2.
Snoke dies in the second Star Wars, right?
Now we're gonna bring back Emperor Palpatine to
Not gonna lie, I like the idea.
I don't like it.
I mean, a lot of people don't like the prequels. I enjoyed Revenge of the Sith.
It's not even like the prequel thing. It's just he died in episode 6.
But did he really die?
Huh?
He could have gone to become a ghost.
Died. Really? You're going to tell me he survived the Star
Wars?
It's
a theory.
I mean, the Death Star exploding.
It's a theory.
Again.
It's a theory.
He
landed in the Star Destroyer somehow.
Died.
That Star Destroyer when he started laughing in the trailer.
If
that, I don't even remember if it was a Star Destroyer.
Wait, what?
Remember
it was the Death Star.
Death Star, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so
if they decided, okay, we'll kill off Snoke and make Kylo Ren the main bad guy, Fine. I'm fine with that. Now they're bringing back Emperor Palpatine.
It's probably gonna tell them, oh, it was like, as a lot of people say, Palpatine could be related to one of them. He could be manipulating Kylo Ren behind the scenes by having Snoke act as the behind the scenes guy. You know, we don't know. Like, Palpatine is powerful. You know, he could save others from death, even except for himself.
Like I said, take Star Wars to the back of the shed like Old Yeller with rabies and put it down. Put it down.
3 pops.
I hope after this new trilogy,
they're gonna take a break. That's what I
hope they take a long break. A long break.
They gotta find a new family to ruin. I'm gonna say here's my new name for the family: Earth Swimmers.
Earth Swimmers
or Earth Runners.
Earth Runners.
Skywalkers, Earth Runners. Disney, sign me up. I'll write your new Star Wars trilogy. I promise you that.
Jesus.
I'll direct it too. I'll give you a movie worse than the prequels.
Oh my god.
All right.
One more thing about like the one thing that if they do something really different, like I was thinking, if they do
hopefully
like
they introduce gray Jedis.
No, not even that. Like if they do like a Saving Private Ryan with like the clone troopers or something, I'll be more interested in that.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess.
I mean, you could say like cool. Clone Wars. Is
I
like,
do.
Like
I
that,
do like the clone troopers more than the stormtroopers in terms of design as well.
Oh yeah, like the commandos.
Yeah,
and, like
they have
like
all
special ops. Like
they're all white. You know?
The cooler ones were like the Death Squad, but that was like because they were all black.
Hey, that's right. Yeah. Is it because?
I don't know what.
All right. Any more additional rants on the Star Wars?
Put it down. Take it down. Put it down. Just
all right. As we're gonna get out of this misery, we're gonna jump over from one Kevin Feige rumor to another, but this one's actually confirmed. Spider-Man back in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Who saw that coming?
I mean, everyone saw that coming. Like, everyone said, give it a week or two, maybe half a month, and we got Spidey back. And guess what? We got Spidey back.
So it's a new deal?
It's a new deal. Instead of the original 5%, and then Disney's greedy ass with their 50-50, it's now Marvel gets 25%, where the rest goes to Sony. I mean,
so
they met a midway point. Yeah, they met a midway point. That's still a lot of money compared to the 5%. I mean, originally I understand, you know, a movie that is under their brand reach 1 billion, then most of the money goes to another company. I see why they're upset, but negotiating before the contract's done, or even close to being done, kind of foul play right there.
Well, you gotta see that, like, Disney's just, dang, they're buying everything back mostly.
Well, if they get everything, they have a full, they pretty much have a full company of Marvel. You know.
Let's say, okay, hypothetically, let's put it in a situation. Let's say I'm Sony, right?
Yeah.
Or let's say I'm Marvel, and you're Sony, and I come to you, like, how much do you want for Spider-Man? Full rights. Just
full rights? Well, that's the thing. Spider-Man is really popular.
Yeah.
Even if you take him out in the comics, there's other Spider-Man characters that is also popular. Spider-Man is one of the most popular. They're not gonna give up Spidey that easily, even for however much, unless Disney/Marvel buys it over billions.
Yeah.
Over billions, Sony might say yes, but for now, I doubt Disney is gonna attempt to buy Spider-Man and his character properties from Sony anytime soon, because the Fox deal was expensive.
Yeah.
And they got all of the characters back.
Yeah.
So I won't say it's possible they might, you know, but right now they're just gonna wait until Sony, you know, dwindles down into nothingness, and then they'll buy Spidey in a less expensive price point.
Jeez.
Business. It's amazing.
You think, like, even though Disney is acquiring all these properties, they're still cornering themselves into a market. They're most definitely dominate that market, but they're cornering themselves in a market where they cannot expand anymore. While all these other companies are like, hey, we got all this money, let's just do some different stuff.
Yeah, in a way. I mean, it's Disney. They still have a lot to fall back on.
Yeah.
They have the Disney Pixar and the Disney Animated Studios.
They got Star Wars. They got
Star Wars. And if Star Wars, loses popularity, they have Marvel.
Yeah.
If Marvel loses popularity, they have their original stuff. They can still make original stuff, quote unquote, unoriginal.
Within a made universe.
No, I wouldn't say made universe. More like how their Disney princesses, their Disney stories. Some of them are original. Some of them are rehashed of the classics. Yeah. So they still have that to fall back on, to use as inspiration. And the way how they're handling their properties, especially Marvel, we might see them still be dominant for the next decade or so. Whereas DC, as much of a big DC fan as I am, at least now they're taking it slow, pretty easy, slow and steady.
Yes.
Gets the cake.
Yes.
Even though that's not the full thing.
Okay.
Even
slow and steady wins the race.
Yeah, but the race is done. They failed.
Oh, this is a marathon. We're going all the way.
Precisely, and Marvel lapped them a couple of times by now.
Yeah.
But yeah. Warner Brothers just let DC do their own thing, because we see it with Shazam and Aquaman and Wonder Woman. Even though Wonder Woman's final third wasn't really that big, the final fight wasn't that properly done. It looked like CGI galore. Aquaman was a pretty good story, using the Arthurian legend with like a Greek Odyssey as a inspiration, putting in superheroes in that story instead. Was a good addition. Shazam, a little slice of life, adopted kid trying to look for his parents, and Shazam, he has superpowers. It's just pretty cool. I'm hoping I'm hoping for the new movie, Harley Quinn movie, would be better. We talked about that last week. Same with the Suicide Squad. I'm pretty sure Suicide Squad will be better than the original. I already forgot the first director, David Ayer. I think the Fury guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and he made
Yeah, with the original Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some good parts, but as a whole, it's just like it's forgettable.
Yeah. You're not excited about the Joker movie?
Yeah. I'll watch it. It's next week.
Yeah.
It's next week.
I know. Damn, it's already October.
I know.
Oh, it's kind of weird.
Oh yeah, that is weird, because October is my nightmare month, or my horror month.
Oh man.
Then I'll just have a random Joker movie in the middle of it.
I got some horror movies lined up.
That's good. Yeah, I have a lot. I'm ready. I have the Nightmare series. Hopefully, it's not as bad as the Friday the 13th series, because that series was garbage. There's also Halloween. I was thinking of Scream, but at the same time, I'm not really into Scream. I don't really know Scream that much.
I might look into like the Asian horror movies.
I was thinking of Ju-on. I think
Ju-on,
the Grudge, the original Grudge movies.
Yeah, it was like The Ring and Ringu.
There was a Korean movie I remember watching 5 years ago called White. It's about a singer, a singing ghost, or a ghost singer. I don't know, but she haunts every time someone hits a high note, or specific high note. It's interesting. It's all how Koreans are. Yeah. It's pretty good. I liked it. Pretty scary. Anyway, back to the Spider-Man thing. I like how we Marvel's Spider-Man, DC the horrors. But yeah, I'm happy Spider-Man's back to the universe. That means no awkward transition from oh hey, did you hear about my mentor, this playboy billionaire philanthropist,
Steel guy,
Steel dude. metallic alloy dude.
Metallic alloy dude.
Dying.
Died.
Saving the world.
Yeah.
You know, it's not that awkward now. It's just like, oh yeah, Iron Man died. Boo-hoo. And now my face has been exposed by this fishbowl guy. But yeah.
Oh jeez.
But yeah.
So
Anyway,
okay.
now we're gonna do a proper jump from Marvel to DC with Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Yeah.
This year's TV main event, crossover event. Everyone's excited. I'm excited because it seems like I'm hoping the Flash season 6 would. Flash season 6 is actually about the Crisis first, and I'm excited to see how they're gonna handle it.
And there is a comic series.
Yes,
about
Crisis,
this.
under the same name, Crisis on Infinite Earths, and as convoluted as it is, it's amazing. By convoluted, I mean there was just a lot of talking.
Mm-hmm.
If you like, even every now and then, I'll just go back and read it, and I'll be like, oh, I gotta skip this page. So many talking people, dude.
More politics.
No, not even politics.
Okay.
It's just like so many things is going on in one page,
Yeah.
and a lot of people are talking. It's hard to keep up who is who.
Yeah.
So I was just like, oh hey, the Nightwing's here, Superboy, Superman, another Superman. Flip a page. Okay, they're talking. I don't know who this guy. Apparently it's Lex Luthor.
Mm-hmm.
Flip a page again, and action. I was like, cool.
Cool. Finally, we get to
Finally,
the good part.
yeah, right. But yeah, it's just a lot of talking. So I love it. Crisis on Infinite Earths has Brandon Routh's return as Superman, as the Kingdom Come Superman, which they also revealed the costume design, which is, not gonna lie, 100% accurate. Even all the way to the how he tucks the cape under his shirt.
Explain the Kingdom Come Superman. Like, what's the
So,
backstory behind that?
I forgot how
I know he's old. Right?
Yeah, he's old. He's age, but I forgot how he stopped being Superman.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a point in time where he just stopped being Superman, and the superhero community just ran amok without any real consequences. Where some characters kill, even though superheroes don't kill, some of them, just kill to stop the menace.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Batman didn't stop being Batman. He was just old, so he has to wear some sort of armor.
Like in Batman Beyond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's old, and Wonder Woman also aged, and then it's just like the entire superhero community and supervillain community just running amok. The main villain is Shazam, aka Captain Marvel, under Lex Luthor's control. That's why. And at the end, when they were he was the second villain. The first villain was Magog, one of the superheroes that ran around killing bad guys to prevent future outrage or whatever, or fights,
crimes.
Yeah. And so even though Superman didn't like it, he didn't want to join because it's a new generation of heroes.
Right.
But Superman says no, we need to be more
civil.
No, more like more into the superhero community. Same with Wonder Woman. But Wonder Woman wants the the usual approach of like truth and justice, whereas
no killing. Yeah,
no killing. Well, I won't say no killing, but less extreme than Batman. Where Batman beats up people to a pulp until they can't really do anything. So in the end, at the end, Batman wants to kill Billy because Billy is under control of Lex Luthor. Superman doesn't want to kill him because everyone knows him as Billy Batson, and that's his friend as well. So he managed to save him. In the end, he died. Billy Batson died sacrificing himself, so giving us a more
moral redemption
for him, and then a more stern Superman. That's pretty much what we're getting for Crisis. And on top of that, Smallville Superman, Tom Welling, is also coming back, as well as Erica Dunnance as Lois Lane. Hilariously enough, Erica Dunnance also is already in the CW verse in Supergirl as Supergirl's mom. She replaced someone else, I forgot who. And then I'm excited. I love the story. I'm really hoping they don't screw up anything, but CW they would most likely will. And on top of that, they changed some people's outfits. The Flash has a different suit with the actual chin strap this time, so no more garbage of a season 5 suit. Green Arrow is getting a new suit, but I didn't really see what his new suit is, so I'm not sure. Black Lightning, who's also going to be part of the Crisis, has a new suit. There will be a cameo from one of the Birds of Prey, the TV show in mid 2000s, is gonna make an appearance. Kevin Conroy is gonna make appearance. John Wesley Shipp, I think that was his name, is gonna be back as Barry Allen, and most likely Jay Garrick as well. Who else is gonna show up? There's a lot more people showing up, so I'm really excited to see how they're gonna mash things up. I'm pretty sure some of them are gonna die within the first 5 minutes of the first episode.
So they're bringing people back,
just to
and probably killing them off in the first 5
and
minutes.
then the final episode of
they bring people
Arrow.
back.
No, the final episode of Arrow is literally the episode after the crossover. So I'm pretty sure the last episode of Arrow is about Oliver's death. So R.I.P. Ollie, one of the OGs, pretty much the OGs. 2011 was when it started. 2010-11. But yeah, that's Crisis on Infinite Earths. That's the Superman theory. Oh yeah, and so while we're still in DC, the Superman post I posted on the Instagram page, which I will put up on the link on the video.
I like the quote. I liked it.
The quote is actually from the panel itself.
Really?
Yeah, it's under Scott Snyder, and I always forget the artist's name, but it's under Scott Snyder's Justice League run. It's under the Year of the Villain. Pretty much the concept of it was Superman. The Superman from the Prime Superman is the strongest Superman of all multiverse of Superman. You know, the reason why that panel was a thing was because he was trapped in a different dimension. He was trapped in a different dimension by I forgot his name. It's a long story, like, to be honest. He was trapped in a different dimension and no sun, so he was weakening the more he stayed there. But Bruce Wayne, Batman, put all of his trust on Superman, so he fought the Justice League until Superman comes back, breaking through 3 to 5 dimensions with a single punch. And it was pretty inspirational, to be honest. The whole monologue was pretty cool. That whole shot, that entire panel is loved by a lot of comic book fans. So I just love that shot as well. And also, there was a massive theory about Superman's involvement for Doomsday Clock, and how Dr. Manhattan how Superman and Dr. Manhattan are going to fight one another in the final issue. So yeah, I'm also a big Superman fan now. Thanks, Man of Steel. But
great movie.
Yeah, precisely. I love Superman, and Superman can beat Goku.
Thank you.
I'll end it right there.
Finally.
Can Goku punch 5 dimensions worth in a single punch?
And people are going to say, well, he battled like gods, or like he only gets stronger and stronger, which is a fair point. But
hey, you know what?
How do you beat?
Goku is also inspirational. Never give up. Always work. Always be the strongest.
You know you're an idiot.
Precisely. Even if you fight stronger people, you know you have to be stronger.
Yeah.
You know, so they're balanced out. And if it weren't for Superman, we won't get Goku.
Do you think we'll ever see something like that in our lifetime? Or they were just like
Superman versus Goku?
Yeah, like Funimation's like, and DC's like, you know what? F it. Let's just do it. Let's just duke it out right now.
It's a great topic. You know, it'll always keep the people interested.
Oh yeah.
And if they see it,
it's fun arguments.
Precisely. Yeah. People are just gonna call BS on it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, who put more into the word? Who knows?
It's like, yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Well, that's pretty much for all my topics.
Okay.
I pretty much what you call it, twisted dry on my topics because that's all I really have for the week.
Oh, well, I got like 3 more we can go
Go
over.
for it.
All right. So going back to video games, The Last of Us 2 trailer came out. Well, another trailer.
I did not see it because I will never see another trailer. I've only seen one. I'm already sold. I love Last of Us. I'm already sold.
Great story from Naughty Dog.
I just need money.
I
just need money.
I might have to buy a PlayStation 4.
You can borrow mine. So she let me borrow the game to me after. I'll let you borrow it because I rarely use it anyway, except for single player games.
The first trailer, it was very discreet.
Mm-hmm.
It was very hidden. It made Ellie was a lot older.
Mm-hmm.
Ellie's a lot older in this game. It made Joel seem like he was dead.
That is true. Okay, so I was thinking the right trailer.
Yeah, that's the first trailer. But in this trailer now,
they showed him alive.
Yeah, they showed him alive and a lot more aged as well.
Okay, I mean,
so that's weird. So it's like,
he's gonna die towards halfway through.
I have a feeling he's already dead, and he's just a projection of what he would have looked like from Ellie at that time.
That's true. That could be similar to what Arkham games did.
Yeah, with
the Joker
yeah.
in the Arkham Knight game.
I think that's going to be like that. But I'm very excited.
I'm interested. They got my attention.
I'm interested to see what's changed from the first Last of Us.
What do you mean, like mechanics-wise?
Mechanics-wise, story-wise.
Oh, yeah, that's okay.
Like, because it seems like the clickers are still around, like the infected.
Damn,
oh my
gosh,
dude. It's like, what the heck?
Then they will insta-kill you if they hear you.
Oh, Jesus. But that's why you always gotta carry that shiv with you, so you can get out of there.
Nah, dude, always a brick. So you can just toss it away.
Oh, yeah.
They'll chase after the brick and you go the other way.
And like the shard bomb.
You always use the shiv for the doors. Which I always do. I never used the shiv on a clicker.
Were you more of in the first one, were you more of like a trap
No,
guy,
I was just like a
sneaky guy?
I was a sneaky guy.
I was a trap guy.
Because I couldn't build the traps because I need the equipment for the medicine. You know how much first aid I made at the end of the med kits I made? I made 10. I was like, now I have way too many. So I just made Molotovs towards the end. That's all I did.
Whatever game.
And sometimes the grenade, the shrap grenade.
Yeah, the shrapnel grenade.
Yeah,
dude, I love those.
Not gonna lie, those were fun to look at.
Dude.
Like once you toss, kink. I was like, satisfying.
And I think this Last of Us 2 would not have the multiplayer.
I hope not. I mean, as much as good as the first one multiplayer was, kind of felt unnecessary.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I bought it for the single player game.
I was more interested in single player. I didn't even know about the multiplayer.
I remember the most beautiful scenes in the first game was when they were in the city and it was all green and forest.
I like the giraffe one.
The giraffe one, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And the giraffe came into
the university.
Yeah, and I was like, wow, maybe there should be an apocalypse.
Whoa, okay. You go live in that one.
Okay,
I would rather be in a more civilized.
But I am very interested in see how Ellie has changed, and
I want to see how the world changed.
Yeah, the world changed.
Yeah. How are they gonna continue the story? It was pretty interesting at the end.
Moving back to Netflix and a movie trailer, El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie. It picks up where Breaking Bad left off.
As much as I want to watch it, I can't yet. I can't yet because
you finished Breaking Bad.
No, I finished it.
Oh, you finished it.
I want to watch the entire, but it has been forever. It has been 6-7 years since I watched Breaking Bad, and I want to rewatch Breaking Bad. And since Better Call Saul is ending, I want to watch Better Call Saul as well.
Breaking Call Saul, Breaking Call Bad, whatever.
El Camino.
El Camino.
But and then watch El Camino.
Yeah.
I want to watch it in a chronological, but at the same time, I kind of want to watch it in how they were released, so you can see what got retcon and such. But yeah, I'm interested with El Camino. I saw the trailer. Looks great.
It looks great. Still keeps the style.
Yeah, precisely. It still has the same detailed not mechanics. Same detailed world as Vince Gilligan's Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. I'm not sure if is it by Vince Gilligan.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. I mean, it's Vince Gilligan, but in a more budget rather than the steady AMC budget.
I think what Netflix has done is like, hey, here's all the money you want.
Precisely.
Go crazy.
I'm surprised AMC did not fight for it. When I heard about it, I was like, it didn't click to me right away. The first thing I was like, awesome, there's a continuation to Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Then later, the more I think about it, I was like, wow, there is a continuation to Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
An AMC original in Netflix.
I think AMC saw it as,
it could be a great opportunity.
Yeah,
At this point, people love Breaking Bad. They tend to rewatch it every now and then.
Yeah.
And they love the characters. Aaron Paul and Bryan Cranston were both great in that show. Everyone loves them. Gave Aaron Paul his success. Boosted Bryan Cranston to
a serious actor.
Yeah.
He always had serious acting chops, but like he's been given more serious roles now.
Yeah, precisely. Yeah. And he has more. He had better roles as well.
Yeah. I think I'm just assuming. I think what AMC saw with Netflix is just, hey, as much as this is our property, I think Netflix can provide a better opportunity with this.
The Walking Dead. They're too busy with that show.
Dude.
They're just too busy with that show for now.
It's still going on.
Yeah, no, believe it. Season 10.
Season's still going on.
I did not know Season 8 and Season 9 passed already.
Apparently,
the last time I heard was Season 7 when Negan was about to declare war. Oh yeah, there was one season where Negan got captured, but that's all I remember.
Yeah, after Glenn died, I was like, I'm done.
Everyone stopped. I kind of stopped liking it after Negan was introduced. The only reason why I watched Season 6 was because of Negan. Negan was great. I love Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I still want him as my Batman. Thomas Wayne.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah.
Not Bruce Wayne.
No, Thomas Wayne.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there was an interesting little short on YouTube.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. Funny enough, I didn't see it on YouTube. I saw it on Facebook. But hey, what was it?
Jurassic World.
Big Battle of Big Rock.
Battle at Big Rock, I think.
Yeah, at Big Rock. Jurassic
I
World.
think I wrote at.
I actually don't remember.
But hey, it was
great. And you know who directed it? Colin Trevorrow, the director of the Jurassic World, the first Jurassic World, not the
Fallen Kingdom,
not the terrible Fallen Kingdom.
Yeah, that was weird.
Fallen Kingdom was so bad.
The first Jurassic World was pretty good.
Yeah, a lot of people say I like it because it has the vibe and the atmosphere of what made Jurassic Park great. And pretty much what made Jurassic Park and the Lost World great. Dinosaurs' interaction with mankind.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love Jurassic World. A lot of people didn't. I'm excited for the new one. Did you hear about who are returning for the new Jurassic World?
What? They're making a new one?
Yes, they're returning.
Chris Pratt?
No. From the originals. Alan Grant.
Oh, shit.
Ian Malcolm. And the lady, I forgot her name. I'm sorry. I want to say Laura Dern.
Yeah, it's Laura Dern.
Laura Dern. Okay,
yeah.
Okay, cool.
But her character name is
I forgot her character. That's it.
Oh my god! No!
It's been forever since I watched Jurassic World. Jurassic World. But yeah, they're returning for the sequel.
Really? Oh yes.
I gotta look up who's directing it because
you gotta give it to the guy who directed the first one, Trevorrow. Right?
Yeah, I want to say. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be Trevorrow.
Bring back Spielberg.
But
he's not gonna do it.
Spielberg past his prime.
Yeah, he directed Jurassic Park 3, and it was. But they're bringing them back. Oh yes.
Jurassic World 3 is... They just said that... Oh, it is Colin Trevorrow.
Oh, nice.
Okay, they're gonna give it back to him, thank goodness. Because Colin Trevorrow loves dinosaurs, it seems like.
Yeah.
He did a great job in the first Jurassic World. Battle at Big Rock was also intense.
That was intense.
You know, especially when that kid shot the dinosaur in the eye with a crossbow.
That was cool.
That was cool.
I was like, oh my god.
And how the dog nearly got eaten. I think it was... No, the baby.
The baby. I was like, whoa. Oh, I was like, oh no.
Precisely, I was like, are they really going to kill off the baby on screen? Holy moly, this is intense.
That takes some guts. I like it.
And they use a very unknown of a dinosaur.
Allosaurus, I think.
Tiny arms, big head.
Allosaurus.
I don't think this plan has been thought through. Master.
Oh yeah.
Meet the Robinsons.
Oh, Meet the Robinsons.
I love that movie.
Dude,
but yeah,
I'm excited. Now that I didn't know that they were making a third one, now I'm excited for that one.
Colin Trevorrow returning along with Alan Grant, Sam Neill, Laura Dern, and Jeff Goldblum are officially returning.
The original.
I'm excited. I mean, to be honest, their chemistry in the original was one of the things I loved about the originals.
I was about to say, are they going to bring back Samuel L. Jackson? But then I realized, oh yeah, he died.
Did he die?
Yeah, he died. He got eaten.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, then on top of that, it's gonna be dinosaurs in the real world. You know.
I really hope.
I hope they don't do anything similar to the Endoraptor.
I hope they don't do like the weaponized stuff. I hope it's just like they still treat it like animals.
Yeah,
you know?
mankind interaction with dinosaurs.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't really like Fallen Kingdom. They focused too much on weaponizing. It's there's so many things that weaponizes everything. You know,
and that little girl was just let's release all the dinosaurs. You don't know what you just done. You're throwing off the balance.
That has been a year. You went with us.
Yeah.
And I don't even remember a thing. All I know is that Blue went into the sunset for some reason.
I'm just glad.
Killed more people probably.
Like, to be honest, as much as I like Chris Pratt, you know,
I like Chris Pratt.
His character was very good, but
it's one of his serious roles in my opinion.
Yeah, but I prefer Alan Grant.
I mean, I gotta give it to Chris Pratt as well. Like the new guys.
But like you can't beat the original.
I mean, there are some originals that can be beat, but you gotta also give credit to the new guys. If it weren't for the new guys, was there to bring it up. But yeah. Except Terminator.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch that. I'm excited to watch Rambo too.
I've never seen a single Rambo.
Ooh, watch First Blood.
I'm most likely not.
It's very good. It's very good. It's not like cartoony action. I know, very serious.
I know, but it's just that it's probably just Sylvester Stallone. No offense to you, my friend. But
no, it's very good.
I know, but it's 90s action.
It's a short movie. It's very good. I hope you try it.
If I have an action month, we'll see. I'll probably go 90s movie action. Rewatch Die Hard 1. Ooh. Because Die Hard 1 is the only good Die Hard movie.
We should do like a action movie through the decades or something.
I could only watch 90s then.
90s?
Because anything before that was cliche and cheesy. And then the cheap punching sound effects.
Dude, those are the best lines.
I can't. Then the new Transporter movies, even worse.
Oh man.
Crank.
Oh man.
Fast and Furious. Just kidding. I like Fast and Furious.
Oh come on.
What? Fast 5's great. The first two were great.
Too Fast, Too Furious was great.
Yeah.
Oh god. Tokyo Drift was the only one.
Tokyo Drift was garbage. It was trash. It was a dick measuring contest.
Well, if you know.
You know it. It's only a dick measuring contest.
Oh god.
Well, that pretty much sums up today's episodes of Geeks Reviews.
A dick measuring contest?
Yeah.
How was it a dick measuring?
Tokyo Drift. That guy was so upset that he keeps losing to the guy who can drift. Then the guy finally learns how to drift, and the other guy wants to drift harder.
Drift harder.
Multi-track drifting. And that is it. That is way more than an hour. Well, joining you is I, Rainier, Ray,
and Taylor.
And we hope you have a blessed Sunday afternoon. Or
Peace.
Tuesday, actually. Since technically this goes up Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday afternoon.
Peace.
Peace.